You said no. They melted down, screaming, sobbing, crashing on the floor. And then you melted down inside, where no one could see it. Because part of you wanted to hold the line. And part of you thought, is this worth it? Am I damaging them? So you caved. Or you yelled. Or you walked away and felt like a failure either way. Here is what no one tells you about boundaries. The problem is never the limit itself. Children need boundaries the way a river needs banks. Without structure, they do not feel free. They feel anxious. The problem is how the boundary is delivered. And that is entirely learnable. Decades of research confirm the same finding. Children raised with both warmth and structure, what developmental psychologists call authoritative parenting, show the highest levels of emotional adjustment, 3 times better self-regulation than children in permissive homes, and the lowest levels of childhood anxiety. Structure does not damage children. Inconsistency does. Coldness does. But firm, warm boundaries, they build safety. If you want parenting content backed by real science, subscribe to Tatveda right now. Every video here is designed for your betterment and growth. A 5-year-old wants one more bedtime story. The authoritarian parent says, I said no. Lights off. The child falls asleep anxious. The lesson absorbed, my needs do not matter. The permissive parent says, okay, just one more. 40 minutes later, the child is still awake. The lesson absorbed, rules are negotiable if I push hard enough. Both responses fail, but for opposite reasons. One sacrifices warmth for control. The other sacrifices structure for peace. Dan Siegel, the neuroscientist behind the whole brain child, calls this the parenting tightrope. And the key is not balance, it is integration. There is a third approach. It is structured, repeatable, and grounded in what Dan Siegel calls connect and redirect. 3 steps. We call it ABA. Step 1. Acknowledge the emotion. I know you love stories, and you are not feeling sleepy yet. This tells the child, I see you. Your feelings are real. Step 2. Set the boundary with a reason. Our rule is to stories, and we have had our too. Your body needs sleep to grow strong. This tells the child, the limit exists for a reason, not because I am cruel. Step 3. Offer an alternative. You pick which story we start with tomorrow night. I will leave the night light on. This tells the child, you still have power within the structure. The child may still protest. That is okay. The goal is not to eliminate distress. It is to hold the line while keeping the emotional bridge intact. Here is the full structure with a harder scenario. Your child throws a toy at their sibling. I can see you are really angry right now. It is okay to be angry. That is the acknowledgement, the emotion is valid. But toys are not for throwing at people. That hurts your sister. That is the boundary, clear, specific, with a reason. If you need to get your anger out, You can stomp your feet, squeeze this pillow, or come tell me what is bothering you. That is the alternative, a channel for the energy, not a shutdown. All emotions are acceptable. Not all behaviors are. That single sentence is the foundation of every boundary you will ever set. If you have ever struggled with this balance, hit the like button. It helps this reach more parents who need it. Psychologist Ross Greene revolutionized how we think about children who struggle with limits. His core principle is disarmingly simple. Kids do well if they can. Greene's approach, called collaborative problem solving, starts from a radical assumption. When a child repeatedly crosses a boundary, the question is not how do I make them stop? The question is, what skill are they missing? Maybe they lack impulse control, that is neurological, not moral. Maybe they cannot articulate what they need, that is a language gap. Maybe they are overwhelmed and do not have a strategy for coming down. Once you identify the missing skill, you solve the problem together. You say, I have noticed that bedtime has been really hard lately. What is making it difficult? Let us figure this out. The child shifts from adversary to collaborator. And the boundary holds, because they helped build it. Now the hardest part of this entire episode. What happens when you are the one who breaks down? When you yell, when you slam a door, when you say something you instantly wish you could take back. 4 steps. Recognize the flood, the clenched jaw, the racing heart, the heat behind your eyes. Narrate it out loud. I am feeling really frustrated right now. I need a minute to calm down. Step away. Briefly. Do something genuinely calming. And then, this is the part most people skip, return. Come back and repair. I yelled, and that was not okay. I am sorry. You did not deserve that. I was frustrated, not with you, but with the situation, and I handled it badly. Dan Siegel draws a clear line between punishment and natural consequences. Punishment is disconnected from the behavior. You did not clean up, so no television for a week. The child does not learn about responsibility. They learn that you are unfair. A natural consequence is directly connected. The toys that are not put away go in the rest box until tomorrow. The child experiences cause and effect. Their brain builds the connection, my choices have outcomes. That is the lesson you actually want them to learn. 3 rules to carry with you. 1. The emotion is always valid. The behavior might not be, but the feeling underneath it always is. 2. Explain the why. Children are not soldiers. They deserve reasons, delivered in language they can understand. 3. When you break your own standard, and you will, repair quickly and honestly. Your children do not need you to be perfect. They need you to be accountable. Boundaries are not walls between you and your child. They are bridges with guardrails, keeping the child safe while they learn to walk across on their own. If this changed how you think about discipline, subscribe to Tatveda. We promise you only research-backed content, built to help you grow as a parent, a partner, and a person. Share this with someone who is struggling with a strong-willed child. It might be exactly what they need to hear today. And hit the like button. It takes 1 second and it helps this reach the families who need it most. In the next episode, we explore something beautiful: how to cultivate genuine kindness in your children, not through lectures, but through practice. Until then, hold the line, stay warm, and always repair.